Let's talk daffodils. I'm Julie from Julie Davis Flower Workshops and Flower Start, the online flower arranging classes. Do you know when the best time is to buy your daffodils and how to look after them? I do hope you enjoy the video. Please do give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and then you'll always know when I upload a new video. Now these daffodils look absolutely gorgeous. They cost £1 a bunch in my local supermarket. Actually, if you can, you should buy daffodils when they're really quite closed. A bit like this, in fact. Obviously, I've got 3 bunches here and only 1 bunch here. So you'll find when you buy your daffodils, they're stored dry. That means they're not sitting in a bucket of water. If I turn the stems around, you'll see that they are starting to dry out. So the first thing you need to do when you get home is recut your stems and put your daffodils in water, and then you can enjoy them opening out at home. And that's the reason why I say buy them when they're really tightly closed, so you can enjoy every stage of their development rather than buying them when they're practically fully open. Now, did you know that the daffodil is the national flower of Wales along with the leek? And apparently the Welsh words for leek and daffodil are very similar. I'll write them up on the screen here. I don't really know the history behind the leek symbolising the Welsh nation, but apparently the story goes that Welsh soldiers were bravely fighting in a field of leeks, and from that point on they wore them as a sign of their loyalty and bravery. And then they really came into fashion when George V was being invested as the Prince of Wales, and he wore one in his hat. You can't go wrong when you're arranging daffodils. Find yourself a lovely clean vase, recut the stems and just let them do their own thing. But actually, I love arranging my daffodils in this little vintage post box. I'm sure actually it's a reproduction and isn't very old at all. It's just wide enough to put some jam jars inside, and then the heads of the flowers will hover along in a burst of yellow. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my jam jars, they've been washed out, and slide them down into the container. I've got a jug of water here, so I'm going to very carefully top this up with water. Luckily I'm doing this outside because I'm spilling quite a bit of it. Once you've got your water ready, it's a matter of doing the arranging, and as I say, daffodils arrange themselves really. So I'm going to take off the elastic bands and then in one long go recut the stems and slide them down into the jam jars. Making sure, of course, that the flowers are actually in water. Sometimes they slide down and they miss, and you'll be wondering why just a few of them have died off. So there's my arrangement done, no skill required. I could either put that on a shelf at home, on the table. I think I am going to put it up against a wall because it is flat backed. And for a really special look, I might even hang it on my front door. I've got a ribbon here in my pocket. And I can fold that in half, loop it through the little handle here, tie a knot, and it'll be ready to suspend and give a really warm springtime welcome to my home. So here are my daffodils hanging up on my shed door. What do you think? I mean, it's a great alternative to a festive drawing.